Muslim scholars reached pinnacles of achievement in astronomy, geography, physics, philosophy, mathematics, and especially in medicine. The great British scientist Sir Isaac Newton remarked that if he was able to see further than his predecessors, it was because he stood on the shoulders of giants. Among those giants who made possible the scientific revolution in Europe were Ibn Sina, whose canon of medicine was a standard text for 500 years, Al-Idrisi, the geographer, Ibn Rushd, the philosopher, and a host of other Muslim scientists who had produced the notion of specific gravity, refined Euclid's theories, perfected solid geometry, evolved trigonometry and algebra, and made modern mathematics possible by developing Indian numerals and the concept of the zero as a numeral of no place, an invention crucial to every aspect of technology from that time onwards to the present day. Their Socratic principles of education, so sympathetic to Muslims and so characteristic of the great Islamic teaching institutions of the Golden Age, are still and are likely to remain universally accepted practices of advanced teaching. It is no exaggeration to say that the original Christian universities of the Latin West, at Paris, Bologna, and Oxford, indeed the whole European Renaissance, received a vital influx of new knowledge from Islam, an influx from which the later Western colleges and universities, including those of North America, were to benefit in turn. It is therefore most fitting that Harvard, McGill, and McMaster universities should today be associated with the Medical College, which is the first faculty of the Aga Khan University, and that President Bock and other members of the Harvard faculty are advising us on the development of the university as a whole. Making wisdom available from one country to another is truly in the finest tradition of Islamic learning. Your Excellency has paid tribute to the contribution which my grandfather, Sir Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan, made to the University of Aligarh. Aligarh's achievement rested on engendering true Muslim values, in particular the maintenance of a balance between the spiritual and the material in all matters. In Islamic belief, knowledge is twofold. There is that revealed through the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and that which man discovers by virtue of his own intellect. Nor do these two involve any contradiction, provided man remembers that his own mind is itself the creation of God. Without this humility, no balance is possible. With it, there are no barriers. Indeed, one strength of Islam has always lain in its belief that creation is not static, but continuous. That through scientific and other endeavors, God has opened and continues to open new windows for us to see the marvels of His creation. For many of my generation, the greatest technological miracle of this century has been sending men into space. And a remark by an astronaut on one of the first flights in space has always remained in my mind. Looking down upon the earth he had just left, he said emotionally, "It's one world." He was not a Muslim, but his remark substantiated two fundamental aspects of our faith: the limitlessness of God's power and the brotherhood of man. This is the inspiration which guided the great Islamic centers of learning in the past and which must guide the Aga Khan University in the future.